Good day, everyone. So I'm Christy Meditalo, and today I'll be presenting my research entitled Understanding the Lived Experiences of Senior High School Students on the Use of Artificial Intelligence Tools and Their Academic Competence. So this is a qualitative research, specifically phenomenological study, which means I focus on exploring and understanding real life experiences of students who actively use AI like ChatGPT and Grammarly in their academic work. So, my goal for this was to find out not just what they do, but how and why these tools influence their learning and performance. So, in order for us to be guided with my study, so that's why I focus on four main research questions. So, we have here first, how frequently do senior high school students at Daniel Aguinaldo National High School use artificial intelligence tools in their academic activities? So, first, I look at how frequently students use AI tools and if do they use them daily, occasionally, or only when needed. So this helps shows how much AI has become part of their study habits. Next is we also have here what are the perceived advantages and disadvantages of AI tools in their academic learning. So I explore the perceived advantages and disadvantages where many students find AI helpful for improving the writing, research, but others also worry about overdependence or over-reliance or inaccuracy. Then we also have here, third is how does AI tools usage influence the academic competence of students in terms of performance and study habits. So in these research questions, this is more on how AI affects their academic competence and does it enhance their performance and their study habits or does it make them rely too much on technology use? So we also have here the last question. So what ethical or academic integrity issues arise from the use of AI tools in school-related tasks? So in this last part of the question, so it's more on the ethical and academic integrity issues such as plagiarism or lack of originality when using AI. So in this part is very important because it reminds us that technology should support learning, not to replace it. For the next slide, we have here under the theoretical lens. So this study is guided by Davis Technology Acceptance Model or the TAM 1989 and also Zimmerman's Self-Regulated Learning or SRL theory in 1989. So this study is anchored on the two theories of Davis and Zimmerman, which the technology assistance model or the TAM explains how students accept and use technology based on its usefulness and ease of use. Meanwhile, on the Zimmerman's self-regulated learning theory focuses on how learners set goals, monitor progress, and adjust their learning strategies. So by combining both of these theories, so the study highlights its main focus to understand how students adapt the artificial intelligence tools as part of their learning and how they manage themselves while using AI. So, in short, it's about balancing technology with self discipline. So we have here an inclusion criteria set for the selected participants. So first is we need to select 15 students from senior high school students from Daniel Aguinaldo National High School. And at the same time, they were purposely selected based on the following inclusion criteria. So what will be these criteria? So first is they should be an active user of artificial intelligence tools such as ChatGPT, Grammarly, or any similar platforms in completing academic tasks like essays, reports, and even presentations. Then they should also be currently enrolled in the UMS, STEM, ABM, or TVL strand in the Aguinaldo National High School and also willing to participate in any interview and any group discussion. Then, of course, we should also need to consider the ethical standards in selecting the participants. So that's why we need to use pseudonyms and at the same time secure and make sure that all of their information in research data or in gathering the information um, will be secure. So, and at the same time, this sample size also followed Creswell's recommendation of 5 to 25 participants for epidemiological studies in order for us to ensure the data saturation. And for our next slides, we have here the table of specification. So this table of specification aligns with the assessment items with Bloom's taxonomy. It is a framework that categorizes learning from basic to complex thinking. And since I am currently teaching English for academic and professional purposes at the Aguinaldo National High School, so this TOS ensures that the test questions measure not just the lower order thinking skills like remembering, understanding, but also the higher order thinking skills or the HATs, such as analyzing, evaluating, and even creating. So, in other words, it helps teachers or it helps us assess how well students apply critical thinking when engaging their lesson. Here, the sample of test questions based from the TOS that I've made or I've shown earlier. So we have here, just like in making an essay question, so or analyzing questions, these are essential type of questions because it pushes students to think critically, analyze both sides, and even form their own judgment rather than just memorizing the information. So by asking several HOTS questions or some HOTS questions or HOTS based questions like this or like the example here, so teachers can truly measure students' understanding, reasoning, and even the application of their learning. For the rubric for the evaluation in the creating domains, of course, if we are asking the students to create something, to write something, or to evaluate something, so it's very necessary for us to create a specific criteria for us to or for even them to meet in order for us to really measure their understanding regarding that certain topic. So this rubric, the one that I'm showing here right now, so these are or this is the criteria under the creating domain that helps us guide for evaluating the written outputs of our students, such as writing, essays, or even position paper. And it also includes criteria like content relevance, organization, creativity. We also need to consider the language use of our students in writing and the adherence to the academic standards. So, using these rubrics ensures a fair and transparent assessment, and it also helps students clearly see which really areas they need to improve, whether in writing, in critical analysis, or in any ethical use of words. To sum up everything, so this study explores how artificial intelligence tools shape students' learning experiences, helping them become more competent, independent, and even critical thinkers. However, it is also a reminder for us. It also reminds us of the importance of responsible and ethical use of technology in education. So we should always remember that AI can be a powerful partner in learning, but it should never replace the human values of effort, reflection, and creativity. So thank you everyone for listening and have a great day ahead.